All right. Hello, I'm Zeospantera, the host of Z Reviews, and we're about to talk about some audio shite. Because I can't say the S word here at the beginning, because it'll get demonetized. So, recently on this channel, if you haven't been following me, I did a tournament arc between dongle DACs. Now, this is a dongle DAC. It is a DAC and amp combo that you go into your phone with a wire, and it dongles around, or dingles, I don't know what you want to call that. And honestly, this one is the one that won the tournament arc. Spoilers! Sorry if you missed the tournament arc, but you can still watch it. It was great content. This is the Muse M3 Mark II, sitting next to the Muse M3 Mark I, sitting next to the Muse M4, sitting right next to this, the new Muse M5 Ultra. So let's slide that over. Now, that'll come up in a second. Doing just the Muse M5 Ultra on its own review would probably be just fine. There's plenty to talk about. The goddamn thing is a portable DAC amp, Bluetooth, with tubes, like actual military tubes that make the sound if you want, or you can turn them off. So that has its own whole ecosystem and lineage that I could talk about. However, there's another product that I've had on the table over there, the to-do list table, for a while, and it shares very similar, well, it's fucking $300, just like that is $300. And it shares this thing where I also where I have a history with the Muse. There is a history with the Audirect, and this, I don't remember the name of this goddamn thing. It just kept disappearing. Oh, it's the Beam 3 Plus. And this was a standalone Bluetooth DAC amp thing, which you could also plug in and use as a dongle, and it had a switch for USB. And I loved it, and then nobody bought it. And I'm like, oh, that sucks, because this fucking thing is great. And I would use it, and then I would talk about it, and everyone would be like, what the fuck's an Audirect? So, to my surprise, the company has continued and fucking destroyed my expectations. And we got to talk about this, because this is a whole thing. This is a whole... God damn it. This is a whole thing. That's... Again, it's a whole... So... Whereas this is kind of actually relatively simple compared to all of that. But we'll do it in two parts. So let's start with the Muse. So, Muse is a company I never heard of. You ever heard of Muse? I never heard of Muse Hi-Fi. Loved the 3. Still love and adore the 3 Mark II. Just recently got back into using the Mark IV, which is much larger, clear glass window, Bluetooth, or use it as a dongle. It's got 2 USBs in the bottom, one for charge, one for data. It's got pretty well laid out buttons for next track, last track. Ignore the L. It has to do with new merch coming up, which when I do, I'll just have all my fingernails have letters on them. 2.5, which is a little bit archaic, but 3.5, 4.4, all labeled in case you don't know what they are. A red and green switch for high and low gain. Red was high gain, green was low gain. Made no fucking sense, even though when you put it to G for green, it was blue lights that came on. Go watch my review of the old M4. Old. Things less than a year old. Show up the M5. So let me detach this, because I've got a couple of headphones here. I've been using a ton of things, IMs. I went as far as to put on the Abyss with the new pads that I would thank Admiral Norman for sending out. These new, quote-unquote, new Abyss pads, which actually do make them quite a bit more enjoyable for me, even though they're still tiny little headphones for my head. Those are the Dianas. And I decided that these would be the ones I test. It's like, I'm an asshole. I want to take something portable that an asshole would take portable. $4,000 headphones. Don't ask me if they're the TC, the TM, the LC. They don't put labels on anything, so I don't know. So let's slide this out of its protective little condom. And actually reach back here and grab my rag. Because it's been used and it's been crumbed on, and it deserves better than that. I'm assuming the M6 will be the size of my phone, and then the M7 will take up half the table, and the M8 will be literally a rack of equipment. That's the scaling we're looking at here. So, big, bold, beautiful bar soap. That's what it is. This is not I was upset when this showed up and it was bigger than I kind of wanted, but it sounds so good I didn't give a fuck. Now we've got it's ultra, all right, in that it is ultra big. It is customized. It's a Z review, lowercase r, no s. So I guess that's fine. Which I think they'll do that for you as well if you want to go and message. I think Hi-Fi Go directly will do that for you. And it uses, and here's the box for it. The box with the lid that said, everyone who chooses Jan 6481, they all have a heart that loves pure music. And that is the name of the... Did the thing in this die? Oh, it's finally dying, huh? This used to be much brighter. I haven't charged it. It's like a display. So this... Oh, come out of there. This is the Jan 6418, circa 1974 till 2024. So it is a Raytheon 510 tube. And it's designed, or was designed, for military equipment. It's direct heated micro penthode, initially used for handheld wireless signal amplification for military intercoms. Today's specific patents, shock absorbing. So anyway, forget all that. It doesn't matter. You can't change the tube, so two people are like, but the two, I will say this, because I have dealt with many a portable tube, everything from the little Duke units or the, what the hell, what the ones with the thing? Stop. Yeah, I know. Stop. Do not disturb. It's telling me it's fully charged. And you know what? It is fully charged. Anyway, everything from the Woo, the Tube Mini, which if you try to take that portable, if you've ever experienced a Tube Mini, it sounds amazing. It gets warm. You plug it in. It's powered by USB. It's not Bluetooth. You just have to direct power it with your phone, and it lights up the tubes, and it sounds really tubey. But as soon as you go, not that, but as soon as you go, it rings for like ever. So not necessarily the best choice for, hey, I want a portable tube. This unit, which you can choose if you have it on, this unit, I'll light the tubes up now. We'll go through the mode setting. Go from TM to VT. So now this, which has LEDs to tell you the tubes are activated because they don't glow that fast. But I've been playing music, and it is a tube. You could tell it's a tube. You could tell the sound change. But I have taken this unit and literally gone with headphones plugged in, and there's nothing. It doesn't ring. And yes, before you ask the comments, yes, I'm aware XDO has their new XDO 5 tube or XDO 7 tube or the big green fucker that's coming out, and I wanted to get this review done before I get that one, because then that one's going to distract me from this one, and I really want to give this one some praise. So now we've got it in tube mode. The battery obviously dies faster when you have it in tube mode, and you know what? Eris doesn't sound any better in tube mode on this than it does in regular mode, so I was using it basically just straight up in TM instead of VT. That said, you throw something like the Abyss on there, you know it's a tube because at the highest volume, and yes, both of these units will run fucking Abyss Diana, there was distortion in the craziest bass notes because it's pushing through a tube and it's a little portable. So again, Diana is not a good reference. We're going to try it out in the HC600. I haven't yet. I've obviously did Eris, some IAMs. I've done the SR7000s. Oh, the SR7000s. And these are probably my oldest test bench for, hey, you're something that's a tube? Yeah, you should probably use this to test it. So put these on just for emotional comfort. Tour of the unit before we go on. 3.5 and 4.4. We don't need a 2.5. You still get your dual USB data and USB charge, so you can use this on your laptop while you're going out and about and charge it separately to make sure it doesn't die. The tubes here, this is an open slot. I think that's the microphone in case you're making a phone call with it. There's also another one here that I think, nope, that might be the reset. Or maybe it's the microphone. We'll find out. Well, you'll find out. Nothing but the words on top. The button array, because this thing has power or screen activate. Obviously, hold it down to turn it on and off. You get larger volume up and down buttons, which if you're using it in the leather case, every one of these buttons is sticking out. This is a nice leather case. It's why I had it in there. That's basic. Then you have an M and an up and a down. Now, I like this array because it does everything I want. One thing's a little weird, but we'll talk about that. So when you turn the unit on, it has the option for input, the volume, which is currently 89 on medium, which actually will probably run... Dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da da. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. 78. So now hold on. Will it pause? It did. It paused. Okay, good. So when you hit the M button, you have 4 things that will adjust. The input, which is currently Bluetooth, which I can up and down to change that. The power mode, which is L, M, or H. You hit M again. You have the filter settings, which I'm not a huge... I don't... Still, to this day, I can't tell between filter 1 and filter 7. I just can't filter any filters. So let's go with 4, because it's a good number. And then you get to the VT, which is for tubes, or you get to the TM, which is not tubes. And then you come off of it, and it's it. It's done. Now, these buttons, when you're not switching between inputs or changing settings, are your next track, which now we're playing Monogatari, which is great. Last track, which in this case is just shuffling around. Yeah, maybe that's next track. Anyway, it's real fast, too. Look at that. Look at it change tracks real fast. And then, since the mode button is a mode button, you have to hold it down for a bit, and then it's pause. So you can just use this unit away from your phone and get your play, pause, next track, last track, all good here. Things I love, things I need. The screen is nice. The battery indicator is only a 4-bar, which it gave a percentage. You can, in the Bluetooth settings, see the actual percentage. Here it says, look at the little hearts next to it. Muse Hi-Fi M5 Ultra, active 83% battery. So we've got 3 bars showing. Zeos is on track. No one believes me on the on track, but the on track. So we've done the tour. You know how to connect it with Bluetooth. If you do hold the mode button down a long time, it puts it into Bluetooth pairing mode, which I did accidentally right before this review, and luckily it was still in there. I was like, please don't do that. I held on a long time because I was having an issue where it wasn't pausing. My particular unit is an early beta unit, and the only negative that they said they fixed is the Bluetooth range is a little bit crap. But that's just my unit. They say good for 30 meters, and I was having issues where if I was putting it on the wrong side of my body, I would get skips. So don't worry about that if you're buying a new one. I just have to keep that in mind because putting the word Z review on it obviously fucks everything up. We need to talk about sound now. So I'm going to go through the menu. Bluetooth, mode, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We're putting this back to tubes off. I don't know what TM stands for. We could probably, let me read some specs. Wallpaper available, the wallpaper horde. Not you yet, baby. God. Just wants to get red so bad. There's so many tabs open, by the way. Because I opened up, right now, you can still buy the Muse M3 Mark 1. Open box, $80 on Hi-Fi Go. Absolutely fucking worth it. Buy it, kill all the things for $80. The Mark 2, which won the thing again, spoilers, it won the tournament arc, still won 69. Only one review. I don't know how. The thing is heavy, gorgeous fucking unit. This one, which everyone seems to also have forgotten about, people like Zeos, when are you going to talk about the little field portables? I like the idea, but why this one? There's a reason when I don't talk about the popular ones, because I found one that's $129, roughly the same price, a little bit bigger, and I like more. This one at least has 5 reviews at $129, and is fucking, And then we get to the $300 M5 Ultra, and what else does it say other than having electron tube shock absorb technology? Blah, 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 high-res architecture, blah, 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 blah. Good Bluetooth, 3,000 milliamp battery, multiple ways to play, use in various scenarios. This is all, none of this matters. You know what? None of this fucking matters. All that matters is the words coming out of my mouth. This would be something I would take to a can jam. This would be my testing apparatus. Because, yeah, I have DAPs. I got DAPs upcoming, and this is probably more the high-end portable thing we're talking about. But the fact that you literally have a tube amp in your pocket, that's disableable. And a lot of them are just like, you got a tube and that's it. This, you get a clean, smooth, solid state source, which put back on the Blade soundtrack remix. You get that. And then if you're like, you're testing something at an audio show, you're like, you know what? I like this headphone, but I wonder how it would sound on tubes. And then you wait 5 seconds. It actually will play immediately. It doesn't need to warm up. Because, it's for military radio, so they can't... military can't be like, hold on, the tubes need to warm up before we call on this missile strike. How's your day been? Are they warm? Okay. Help! No, they just instantly work. But there's a big enough sound change and there's a big enough tube experience switch that I think a lot of people are going to buy this and just use that. And I would advise you use it 50-50 because it's amazing to feel the difference between a smooth, clean, well put together solid state that's got Class A tendencies. It's not Class A, but that smoothing effect that you usually get in a class. And I know DMS is on a fucking literal, what is it called? What did the Catholic Church do when they it's an inquisition? He's running an inquisition on Class A amplifiers, and everything claims it's Class A, and it's not. That's the PMs I get from DMS, so I don't know how he's actually handling that on his channel. But I know what a Class A should sound like, or the things that it would, and Muse has always had that going for them. Whatever they're doing, they're basically pulling off an R2R warmth balance without doing R2R. They just always sound nicer. I'm okay if something just sounds nicer. Not more linear, not cleaner, not more robust, just nicer. All right? Zeos is all about that fucking nice. I plug in a headphone to this, and I hit play. God, this sounds wild on HG600s. And I just have to go you know what? That's fucking nice. And then you could slather on fucking tube to the nice, and then it goes from just nice to, oh. It downgrades from a word is able to be spoken to just sounds, bodily sounds. You're like, oh. So ESS DAC right there, it has ESS written on the board. I love that we could see everything. I really do. I wish the tubes were almost more visible, but I think whatever they're doing to shock absorb it is sort of hidden in there, and I don't hate them for that. It is rather large. If you're paying $300, you're getting basically half a DAP. If this was just glued to the back of my phone, boom, done. You now have an entire DAP. But let's put this thing back. I want to listen to some more music on it. How about the Don Da Don instrumental? Why would anyone want this? You don't hear Creepy Nuts singing. What are you doing? I guess you could karaoke it. Dun, 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 dun. That's the only opening that I listen to, and I actually tear up. Not because it's sad, but because it's so fucking good, I cry. 4 episodes of Dun 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 out as of the recording of this, and I cannot recommend that anime enough. Yes, anime bullshit. Really stiff case. I'm not sure if it comes with. Oh, it does come with. It's in the box here. Let's drop it in there and look at the accessories for a second. Just it's so well put together. So, you got the little pop-up case. It says that stupid line on there. It says 1974, even though these are blatantly not 1974 made tubes, we hope. Next. We have to be in the menu for it to go next. God, I broke everything. Anyway, you get your pull out. You do get 2 wires here. USB-C to USB-C and USB-C to Lightning come with it. And an adapter for a full-size USB in case you want to plug it into an older laptop. I hate how long these are. If you're going to make it loop around your phone, that means that this now is the minimum height of that. For example, the one that comes with the Audirect. Look at it. It's a little small. It's a little small. It's so small. And that's not even plugged. That's pretend it's plugged in. There's a line where I kind of want to see USB cables. And someone posted one, I think in Public Z Reviews in the Telegram, where it was literally just a USB-C and a flat panel. So when you plugged it in, it would be flush. I'm like, why aren't more people doing that shit? So, nice cables. Love this fucking unit. $300 worth. Tubiness, yes, go. Now, let's come off of the Muse kick. Actually, we have to physically power down the Muse kick. You have to turn on the screen, and then you hold it. And then it says goodbye, because it's a polite thing. And it will come back on in tube mode if we put it there. Let's unplug from there and move over to this. Now, my history with Audirect is much shorter. It's this, and then I had the little Atom 3 from Audirect in the dongle shootout. Remember the little tiny one that was like so small I could lose it? Pretty sure I lost it. Or it's in my car because I said I would put it there. Anyway, this thing I loved. No one bought it. I put it on the side and forgot about it, but I never sold it. If it's still here, all of these are still here. Never sold a Muse device. All of these are still here. Never sold an Audirect device. You see a pattern? This is an actual real shootout between two brands that I fucking love. More love here because it's just length of love. But I like this enough, and I was super shocked when this showed up. Because here's the thing. This didn't show up. This showed up, and then this case came with it, which meant this, the Bluetooth adapter, and then this thing came in a separate box, which is apparently the OTG power inserter cable. And then don't forget, you got to get your fucking coffee cup holder. So I don't know if, honestly, I don't know who sent this to me. I just searched from Hi-Fi, my chats with Hi-Fi Go and Linsol, and neither one of them say the words Audirect. Linsol sent me that one a long time ago. Hi-Fi Go, Linsol, and Shenzhen Audio all have this in stock at $320. See, that's the thing. This is actually more money than the Muse. So, and the Bluetooth adapter, which I cannot fucking find. It shows a preview of it here. AliExpress had it for $73. And no one has it. So take that in mind while we're watching this. Look, that son of a bitch is still $189. $189. That is not cheap. These two things should absolutely fuck or fight or find a room. I don't care. $189 for that. And I think it's worth it. Yeah. Okay, this one's just broken. I tried to open up the page again and it just wouldn't do it. This one here, it says $73. I don't know why it's black. It's black. Okay, forget it. Forget that all in general. Let's go back. I'll go to the Amazon page because I feel better about it because everything's on fucking Amazon. Let me finish drinking my... This is like a French vanilla, which it's in a coffee pod and it's like French vanilla and it's like, this is not coffee. So this thing shows up. The Team 1. It's called the Team 1. What a fucking name. That's horrendous. Because it's the Audirect Team 1. Like, as if you were calling for the Avengers. But not Team 2. No. Team 1. That like Team 1. And you hold it. And you're just like in awe of the shape. Because it's got relatively sharp corners, but not in that like, oh, it's made cheaply sort of way. Look at the machining angularity on the bottom of this. Like they took the time to taper that and then double taper it here. This feels like modern art. Aslan Kern ain't got nothing on this sort of fucking machining. This feels fucking nice. Even the buttons, which are metal, have an angled cut on the sides of them. Like it's... Fuck, if you're going to charge me $300 for essentially what this is a dongle in its current state, yeah, you know what? It better be fucking nice. Let's power it up. It is already powered up. In its standalone condition, like we have here, we have a round screen. You get G here for gain, so you literally press gain M, gain H, or gain L. It goes green, yellow, and red. Love that for me. You think you double tap play pause? No, wait, maybe you double tap this. No, that's still just the one. There's a way to change the filter. Hold on. USB. I read it in the manual. Play, pause. Anyway, there's a filter selecting there. There's books. Go read books. None of that matters because you plug this in, either 3.5 or 4.4, into either the charge port, obviously you charge a port there, or USB/DAC, or there's an auxiliary in, a 3.5 auxiliary in, which is interesting because then you can just use it as a little amplifier. When you plug into the auxiliary in, however, it no longer has a volume control on the side. So right now, we can see we're at 60, 59, 58, 57. You can hold it down to go down. The play pause button, if you're plugged in USB, which we can do with this little cute little baby cable. Oh, it's so fucking adorable. If we do that, and then it gives me the warning, it's like, hey, do you want me to control all this? Okay, our volume is pretty good. You hold this up. Let's actually put it on medium gain, which I wish the gain adjustment took a little bit longer to hold because it's sort of like press it once and you're just like, boom, now you're in gain high. Accidentally. So that's like a 1 negative on it so far. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Play, pause, obviously pauses. Double press is next track, and it's, of course, doing Monogatari, which will get me a copyright fail. Triple press restarts the song or goes last track. Basic, good dongle shit. This is so far good dongle shit, except for the size, shape, and as sharp as the edges are, like, as much as I love the build of this thing, these are still sharp fucking edges. Luckily, it does come with a little leather case, which will mean it's kind of an ugly green case, actually. It's got a little hook here, which is kind of nice. I like that. And you'll kind of feel the buttons through it. But holy shit, man, don't hide the machining and beauty of this thing. It's too nice. Unplug that for a second from this peasant wire. The unit I got came with the peasant wire, the adapter, and it came with this, which looks like a DD Hi-Fi aluminum USB-C to lightning. So you actually get a USB-C to lightning adapter in the box. So if you have an iPhone, you're automatically covered. The box is a little tiny thing, by the way. And then this came separately, which fucking just my brain can't. This is some audiophile on the train sort of stuff. If you don't know what that reference is, just type in audiophile on the train. So we have labeled connectors. This one's got a lightning bolt on it, so that's power. And this one's got nothing on it, so that's obviously data. And then you could do this, and then you could do this, which, as you can see, it's nice and short for your portable usage. So now, and then we can do, presumably this, 5 volt 1 amp can go there. So now that's charging. This kicked on again. The screen just slept. So now it's charging while going through a high-end cable that separates it. So, you know what? Where, is it over here? It is over here. I'm pretty sure if this isn't doing anything but injecting power while also using it as a data, you can replace it with that. I've mentioned this little DD Hi-Fi on this channel before. It's the DD Hi-Fi TC28C Pro. And it's just, you plug this into your phone, into its little butt. You get an OTG, which you could hook up with the little dongle here, little OTG to your device. And you plug in your power here, and it will charge. Well, actually, you know what? The problem with that is this won't replace this, because this will charge your phone. It actually is charging my phone. I just realized it's charging my phone. Okay, this is superior. Because I don't think this... I could test this for like 4 seconds. God damn it. Unplug that. Unplug this. Plug in this. Unplug... No, because it's a... Oh, because you can't use the data port to charge it, you need the splitter. So I'd have to use... Okay, you know what? Fuck, this is dumb. Everything here is dumb. Point of the matter of the goddamn fact is that this thing is hilarious. And if you wanted to wire it... By the way, it says 48 kilohertz. Now you have the ultimate in the dumbest, stupidest thing. I love it. It's like, hey... Yeah, I'm just going to go away to the bus station, pick up my mom. Just hanging out, listening to the Blade thing on my HC600s while we're out and about. It's a lot. But it does give you that, like, it's one of those companies that I think they believe that you are going to be married to this once you get it, and if you spend enough money on it, you will definitely be married to it. So this would allow you to use it and charge it and charge your phone. It would be a never-ending perfect cycle of love. Let's break that cycle. Actually, no. We're making it better. So look at the... So this that I can't find, and I'm going to do more hardcore research before I put the links in the description. And thank you for supporting me on Patreon and Subscribestar. I never remember to tell you that. But thank you all the supporters who are seeing these videos early. You really do keep the channel going, especially in 2024. This thing is called the AudBT, A-U-D-B-T. And it's got a male USB-C and a 3.5 sticking out of it, both gold. And it has a power button, a next track. It's got a power button, play, pause, and then positive and negative, and then some lights. And what happens is, now this is on, expecting USB. Obviously, it's battery powered. It's not a dongle in the fact that it's like powered off your phone. But now, what we do is, if we plug this son of a bitch in, we got a pop. It switches to auxiliary because it detected something being plugged into auxiliary. Clean that on my dirty shirt. And now, the buttons on the side here all give me a fuck you, no, Ghostbusters logo, no. I can still change the gain, high, medium, low. But nothing else here is controllable. Because now, if I turn this on by holding it and not covering the light, power on. She says power on, connected. If I hit Blade, wouldn't be me if I didn't put a fucking set of errors. By the way, I have a headphone. I got to remind people that, hey, I have a headphone. I love it to death. People who get it either love it to death or don't. That's the only choice. You're 30% of people, this is going to be their favorite headphone. And 30% of people, this is going to be their least favorite headphone. And I can't tell you who you are in this world, but man, they're fucking comfortable regardless. I'm probably going to die. Yeah, I'm dying. Holy Jesus. What was the gain set to? Medium. Oh, that's high now. And now we're on low. Okay, no, good. It's all good. I could have paused that and been fine, but it was better than any cup of coffee. It was like sex just happened on my face. So now this unit becomes the slave. And my biggest problem with this is you're spending $300 on this right here, $330 on this for its DAC from its USB in and its amp. Now you're literally circumventing the DAC because you're giving it an analog input. Because that USB is weird because if you plug in this USB here, you charge both these units. They definitely have something. Audirect definitely has a fetish for keeping things charged while you're using them. So now if I plug that wire in here to here, the charge indicator will come on there and blink, and this will go up. So we're actually charging both units, which I've not seen before. This system reminds me heavily of the old X2O, XDO5, which you had to use to, before the newest, like, generation in the last year and a half, 2 years, you used to have to actually slap on a fucking Bluetooth module in the back and then charge that with USB micro. And then if you wanted to charge the main unit, you had to unplug that thing, plug in the main unit. And this is a much better system because it just charges straight through. But one thing I liked more about the X2O is it didn't feed in an analog from the USB, from the 3.5. That was a coaxial digital input. So it still received digitally Bluetooth and sent digitally into the unit, so it could be digitally decoded on the DAC part of your DAC amp that you spent $300 on, or whatever the hell it was for the X2O. This is doing the decoding here and sending analog down. Now, it still sounds fine, like great, like fine, great. It's just that in the back of my mind, it's a little bit annoying. Plus, the finishes don't quite match. Like, it's still nicely built, but it doesn't feel like it's the same factory that does this insane shit. Although I guess they wanted to keep the price on this down since it's an add-on. There's your microphone hole. The back is glass to allow the signal to pass through. and collect fingerprints. You get nothing up here. You get a little notch just to give you something. There is it doesn't light up. It's just, I guess it's just a screen print. I thought it was a window, but it's just a little screen print for Bluetooth. And now all your controls are here and not here. So you have both of these controls. That, by the way, is next track. So I'm going to down, down, down. And it's no longer showing me anything on the screen because this is just acting as an amplifying unit with low, medium, and high gain. That's it. All your volume controls are here, which is actually, I think, let me see something. Yeah. See, it controls the volume on the device, but it's got more steps here than that shows, which is nice, but I don't know why they're not, like, in sync. Anyway, this is the configuration I'd probably use this unit in. As much as I'm like, yeah, you know what? I really want to keep that perfect DAC situation. It's just, Bluetooth has come far enough. It does support LDAC. Actually, I have to mention this because I found it today. If I go to my Bluetooth and I go to the settings on it, which now, by the way, the battery is telling me the battery power of this instead of the battery power of this. Yeah, it had the option to write in text fields. Ignore all stylus button presses, and down here is an input device that's still connected. LDAC, wireless playback quality, sound quality preferred, which will probably make it skip. But yeah, I've never seen input device or write in text fields or any of that shit on a audio thing before. So you tell me if you've ever heard of that. Let's go to just something. I got so much Beastie Boys going on. I don't know what this is. Let's hit play on that. So now you have this unit that has basically 3 inoperable buttons. This one only does gain switch, and you're on these smaller, still fine buttons. And actually, well, here's one thing. This no longer it will work, but you only cover that part of it, and then that sticks up out of the top. I guess that could be fine. And it still sounds fucking great. We need to now talk about the sound of this unit because I think I've avoided it. This unit sounds so fucking good, I stopped using it. The reason this review is late, the reason the Audirect Team one is not, it's out months and months after I've gotten it. Because I got it, I hooked all this weird shit up together, I listened to it, and then I realized I had all of those dongles that I had to review in the tournament arc. And all this other shit I had to review. And I'm like, I don't want this throwing me off. So I just took it away and I shoved it on the table there and I forgot about it for 3 months. I got all the other things done. All the tournament arc things done. All the other things done. The Muse showed up and it's like, you know what? Finally something that I could like. I don't think these two are fighting. I'm not one of those people who's like, head to head, bro. One's going to lose. One's going to die. Which one are we throwing in the fire? Neither fucking one. Stop being that guy. I can love both of these equally. And you know what? You have to make the decision which one you're buying. It's not my job to tell you who to love or what to love or if that girl's drawn properly. Her hand is fucked. And it's not even AI. That's just an artist who was like, I'm done. These both have amazing potential. This one for lasting forever and giving you just happens to have a really fucking solid tube amp that you can take portable, and the tube freaks that are watching already have bought it. They didn't even make it to the second half of this video. They already bought it. They already bought it. Have a tube, bought it. Have a tube, bought it. They bought it already. They bought it. This one feels like the highest quality fucking little thing you could buy. Like, I'm not a huge Astley Kern fanboy for, like, their sound, their house sound. If their Astley Kern players sounded like this Audirect did, I'd be a fucking fanboy. This might be the best sounding portable thing that's not Hibby. Like, if I whipped this out and you said, hey, Zeos, this or this, I wouldn't have a fucking answer for you. Or I would, and it would be this, and you'd be like, why? And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't know. It's a feeling thing. Right? They're even if they're just close. I mean, this one's $250, and it's an entire DAP. So, honestly, this being just a little Bluetooth unit, just a little non-Bluetooth unit, And 330 should mean the components inside of it are higher end than what this has, because this is a pay-for screen and a bigger battery, and it's got similar buttons. It's got a card reader. The OS has to be. This sounds fucking amazing. This will ruin portables for you. This has the weirdest selection of quirks and bags and adapters and fucking other adapters. I love how weird this, and by the way, I love how this just all blends even with that. And you know what you could do? You know what the most fucky thing is? You can literally do this if you wanted to. You could not Bluetooth this, and then we could do that, and then it goes USB, and then I could boot this, because I'm pretty sure it's not sitting there running. If it is, I apologize for the thing. And now I think I've upgraded the Hippie R4. That's it feels mean to say. By the way, the raised thing now prevents me from doing that. Because I'd have to put it this way, screen down, so that it lifts it up. But actually, that might be beneficial, because then I get the buttons on that side, which do the thing. Is it going to come up and tell me it wants to use? Because it should be on and ready to rock and roll. Oh, yep. Do it. Come away, death. So now, what controls what here? USB software volume. Max out the software volume. And now we do this. I don't know if I have to sell anyone on the Audirect. You've either enjoyed this fucking wild ride we've just gone on with it, or you're like, you know what, Zeos, I'm just going to buy the Muse because it's simpler and it just plugs in and it works. I mean, technically, though, if this cable exists, and I need to find this cable again because I didn't even see this pop up when I searched Audirect. And this should do this. And then charging. Okay, now it's charging. Okay. But now I need the wire again. Now that's charging. And this is still charging. What am I doing? Oh, did it try to launch? What's it called? Is that playing? Well, this was off, wasn't it? Okay, so now it's on. So wait, it gave me the thing while being off, but now it's trying to be through Bluetooth, and I don't want that. So I got to go... Oh, I got to go back to the mode button and then change that from Bluetooth to USB. And then medium gain is fine. And then, yeah, and then tube. Okay. So now that's showing charge icon. That's showing charge icon. Give me a fucking headphone. It's getting crowded down here. So I think what we've learned, man, drip, is I need to keep this cable around for both of these units. They're both fantastic. That's that loving sound. Oh, it's starting to crack a little bit. You could hear it because it's trying to do bass on a fucking set of Dianas. So that's the only limitation I would say that this has is don't try to push Dianas in tube mode. It'll push Dianas in regular mode all goddamn day. Tube mode, the Muse cracks up. This thing, you could literally... I got it. I know how to sell you the Audirect now. Because the Bluetooth thing, as much as I love it, I'll probably continue using it like this. It's impossible to find. Like, every time I try to open AliExpress, like, it's gone. Here's when you buy this. Do you have a DAP that you love? A little digital audio player. Not necessarily like a brand new one. Like an older one. Anything with USB-C. Anything running Android, or even ones that don't run Android that can support USB-C OTG hosting. Spend $300 fucking dollars to buy this and then glue it to the back of your old DAP. And your old DAP, which you are okay with, and you can like to change the track, and it's got all your music on it already, will then sound like a high-end Hibby DAC. Boom. That's how I want people to buy the Audirect so bad. I feel like it's not clicking with anyone's audience because, well, they don't want a dongle. No one spent $300 on a dongle. I mean, you can if you want to buy the Quest style or something. And then, like, to get the Bluetooth thing is, like, great, but then you're using the DAC in this, and it's not like it's passing through the DAC signal in this. So it weirds me out, and it should weird you out, but it's fucking amazing sounding. And then this one is just a giant fucking carry-around pocket tube. Hashtag pocket tubes. In fact, let's take it out of tube mode so I can blast. Put it into trademark mode, which I don't know why it's called TM. I really don't. Yeah. Put it in high gain. Yeah, we are rocking and rolling. We rock and roll Abyss in solid state mode with this. They're as loud as I'd ever want to play a headphone ever. That's amazing. We were at 99 out of 100 on high gain, but that's still probably would settle down to about 85 if I was actually listening. Everything here is good. Everything fucking here is good. The audio, I love this. This thing's been upstairs since I got it. Like, look at the, like, it's textured and it catches the goo from my coffee cup. This was a fake shootout. Zeos was never going to make one a winner. This one is a winner for everything it fucking does, its size, its cost. Its cost is high, but oh my god, feel it. I just want to clean that screen so much more. And then this one's a winner because, well, fucking Muse don't miss. And then Muse throws tubes in. You're going to buy it. So yeah, thank you for coming by here. This should be out before the 11/11 sales. And Hi-Fi Go paid me some money to go talk about their sales on 11/11. So expect a video or live stream then. I may talk about some other websites that are doing 11/11 sales as well, either on Twitch or different platforms. I'm preempting this, but I'm just making this up on the fly because I know I have to do one thing, but I may have to do other things. So yeah, links to all this shit in the description. If you feel overwhelmed, think about how I feel as I had to mentally prepare for this, which I rarely do. I just picked a wallpaper where she's topless with terribly drawn hands covering mildly obscure boobs. And why is her knee so square? It's a good first effort. Whoever that was, it got my attention. I put it in the wallpaper thing. Keep working. You're gonna get better, buddy. You're gonna get better. Come back and retouch that. You got caveman feet. I'm done. You're done. I'm Zeospantera. Patreon, subscribe star. Actually support this channel. They let you see reviews early, participate in yard sales, Q&A, which I'm going to answer today. You know what? That's what I'm doing today. I'm answering the fucking September Q&A. It's October, and it's about to be November, like in 3 days. So it's fun. This is total fun. But yeah, do that. Sound demos, I actually did upload some fresh sound demos, which are not fresh. They were in a folder for like 2 months, but there are new sound demos. Which are only for patrons now and subscribers. And for $10 a month, you get to the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where they know everything that's going on all the time, including about my new collab amplifier coming out probably in the spring. And it's not cheap, so don't be like, oh, Zeo's putting out a $200 amplifier. You're about 800% off with that. But it's going to be #worth it because it should run everything on the planet Earth, including speakers, from a headphone amplifier. But yeah, Patreon subscribers for $10 a month, behind the scenes private Telegram chat, and lifetime swap meet channel to buy, sell, and trade gear. In case I have led you astray, you may sell everything that I've recommended to you, and someone else will go and buy everything I've said that you should buy, and then they'll sell it again and buy it again and buy it again and sell it again, and that's how the swap meet works. So yeah, let me clean up my desk and refill my coffee, because I definitely need more coffee, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.